Good everyone, my name is Graphics. If you look at the right hand side of the screen, you see a figure, and that figure is a pivot block. And the questions that follows this figure says that a pivot block is illustrated pictorially on the screen, right? Draw the following views in the first angle projection with hidden details in the plan and end view. A sectional front elevation on a plan view, and end view obtained by looking at the 20 mm diameter hole, right? Now, to make the work easier for us to understand, I have reproduced the figure on my screen, right, on my drawing sheet, right? So what you are seeing at the right hand side is the same as what you're seeing on my drawing sheet. So I'm going to do away with what is on the right hand side, then I'll start doing what I want to do. Now the first thing said in first angle projection, right? So when you hear the word first angle projection, it means you want to draw in orthographic projection, right? So the first thing you are going to do here is for you to draw your vertical and what? Horizontal line. So you take your meter rule, right? You draw your horizontal line this way. Can you see that? And you take your vertical and you draw it in this way. All together. So you take it this way and you draw it in this way. So this way here, the vertical line. Can you see that? And this is where they are meeting. Hope you can see what I'm doing. So what I'll now do next is I'm going to measure 5 mm up, 5 mm down, 5 mm to the right, and 5 mm to the left, just like I've been doing in my previous video. Is that okay now? You can use more than that, you can use 10, but I'm making use of what? 5. So I'll measure from here, I'll measure 5, right? And I'm having this way. And I'll measure from here, so I'll measure 5. I'll be having it this way. And I'll come here also, I'll do the same thing, measure 5 from this point downward and from this point upward. And I'll be having this. Hope you can see that, right? So the next thing I'll be doing here, the question says we should draw the sectional front elevation on BB. Is that okay? Now I have drawn this, right? And looking at this direction here, sectional front elevation on AA, looking from this side, right? You discover that they have something placed in this manner. If you check your question very well, now this is the sectional front elevation here. Like this is the cutting plane. So when you cut this into two, they said, what are you going to see? Is that okay now? So if you look at this side without cutting, this is what you're going to see, which is what? Our front elevation AA. Are you now looking from this side? If you look at it, you see this inclined line. If you see it on the plane, you see it as a straight line, right? So this line you see here is this line here. This baseline here is all this baseline here, and this thickness here is this thickness here. This also is this here. Then the hidden line you are seeing here is telling me that what? There's a drill. That is why it is a hidden line going through. The same thing here also, right? And you're seeing the curve figure at the side this way. You're seeing this curve as a straight line. You're seeing this curve as a straight line. Then this hidden line here is a drill, the circle that is inside It's hollow, so it's going through. How good now? So this is looking at it without sectioning. So I'm going to reproduce this figure. I'm going to reproduce it here. So you see what I'm trying to talk about. So let's do that first. Now the entire length here is 99, which I explained when I was drawing the isometric view. But let me tell you how I got the 99. If you look at the figure very well, from this center to this center here is given to be what? 75, as you can see, right? Then from here to this circle here has a diameter of 24, including this has a diameter of 24. So if you take the radius, it will be 12. Take the radius here also, it will be 12. So 12 plus 75 plus 12 will give us what? 99. So I'm going to measure 99 from this point here. This is my reference point. So I'm going to measure what? 99. So let me do that. Measure the 99 from here. This is 0, right? And this is what? From this point is 0. I will have 99 here. Can you see that? So I am going to draw a vertical line on that point this way, which I am going to tick in from the baseline here to this point. That is the 99 line. And the thickness from here to this highest point here, as you can see in the screen, is given to be what? 15, right? So we'll measure 15 from here to here is 15. So I'm going to measure 15 there. So from 0 to 15. And I'm going to use it to draw my horizontal line this way. Similarly, from this point to this point, as you can see from the screen, a thickness of what? Of 12, right? You see it from here to here is given to be what? 12. So I'm going to measure 12. So I'll measure the 12 from 0, 10, 11, 12. Can you see that? And I'll draw my horizontal line on that point there. Hope you can see that. Now the thickness, we see the radius of this circle here, the diameter is what? 24, as you can see. The diameter is 24, right? So I'm going to measure 12 radius in two places. How do I mean? From 0 here, this is 12, and this is 24. So this is our center here. So let me do that so you see what I'm talking about. So this is our center here. So I'll draw my center line. Long, short, long, short, and long. Right? And I'll close it up this way. I'll bring it down this way. And I'll do the same thing here too. From here, bring it down this way. And repeat the same process I repeated here. I can easily take my meter rule to avoid remeasuring again from this point to this point. Hope you can see that. And I'm going to come here and I'll mark. And I'll come here and I'll mark. So it means that I'll close it up and I'll draw my center line here. You're taking. Then I'm reproducing this looking from this side, and I'm going to draw this from this point to this point and to this point. So this is just more of a fillet, and here it is what? A fillet. Hope you can see that, and I'll close it up. Are we together? So in doing that, we've not successfully drawn out this point from here, this baseline here. which is what we have. Now the next thing is remaining this, looking from this side. You'll be seeing this point here and this line that will be on the same line, right? So what is the height given? The height given is from here to here is given to be, let's see, we have from here to this point here, that is from here to here, right? It's given to be 12. Are we good? Given to be what? 12. Then from that 12 here to this center here is given to be what? 22. Right? And the radius of this arc here, if you can check it, it's giving me to be what? 20. Right? So we'll be having 54 to be the entire height. So let me measure 54 from here, from 0 here to 54 at this point. That is my height there. So I'll just keep that one place first. That is where the height will end. Right? So I'll just keep it there. From this point to this point here, which is from this point here to somewhere around here, we are told it is what? 20, as you can see from your question there. So I'll measure 20. So from 0 to what? To 20. This is 0 and this 20 here. So this is where it ends. And I'll take it up. I'm going to take it up. Right? From this point. So I'll draw a thick line from here. And when I stop here, it will be hidden line. Then here also, the thickness from that line is 40. That means from this point to this point, which is from this beginning to this ending here, it's given to what? 40. So I'm going to measure 40 from here, from 0 to 4. That is 40. And I'll take it up. And I'll take it up this way, which I am going to close up this way. Is that again? So now, the next thing is, I'm going to measure from here to this center. We know it is 22. So I'm going to measure 22 from here. I'll measure 22 there. So let's see how that goes. Are we good? So let me bring that down so you see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to measure the 22 there. So from 0, this point, 21, 22 here. So that's where my center line will be. Long, short, long, short, long. Right? Now, from that point, to get this circle, the diameter of that circle is, the radius of that circle is 20. The radius is 10. So I'm going to measure that. Radius is 10. From 0 to 10. So I'll place it here. I'll mark 10 up and 10 down. Is that okay? And we're told that it is what? 25 deep. So it means that it's not even going through fully. It is ending somewhere, right? So what I'll do is, I'll measure 25 from here. From 0 to 25. So that is where it is going to end. So if I should draw my line this way here, see what I'm doing? So it means that it is not going through fully. It is not that completely hollow. It is just ending here at this point, and also at that point, and I'll just close it up here at this point. Can you see? That means 20 millimeter in. This is how it is. 25 millimeter is deep, going deep. So I'll just close it up here. So this is what it looks like. So this is not there. So let me remove that. Alright, so that's the information that is given from that question. So we have the next thing is this drill that we have here. And the drill has the radius of, if you can see from your question, the drill has a radius of what? Of 6, since the diameter is 12. So I'll just take my meter rule here. Then I'll take from this point. This is 0, this is 6 to the left, 6 to the right. Here also, I'll do the same thing too. I'll measure 6 to the left, 6 to the right, which I am going to just bring down. Leading line. That is the drill. Then here also, this is the drill. Here too, this is the drill. Hope you can see that. Right? Now aside that, this is all what we have here. This is looking at it from this side without sectioning. Now, let me draw out everything here to see what we truly have here. Without sectioning, this is what we're going to be having. So the next one is the plan here, looking at it from the top. When you're looking from the top, this is what you are going to be having, looking at it from the top. Right? This is what you'll be having. So looking at it from the top. Right? If you are looking at it from the top, you see this circle, which is this. You see the drill, which is this, and you see it for everything. Here we have 1, 2, 3, which is this is 1, 2, 3. Now looking at this shape here from the top, you see it as a rectangle, right? You see in a curve perpendicularly when you're looking at it. If you're looking at it perpendicularly, look at it as a straight line, right? So you see this curve here as a straight line, and everything here as a straight line. Now this hidden line you see in here is telling us that what? There is a drill, but the drill is not a complete drill. From the question, it said this is what? 25 millimeter deep, just like what we did here. So I'll just measure my 25 from here, because it's the same figure, and I'll place it here, and I'll mark here, right? Just not. So let me just complete that to make our work. So let me just take this, and this is where it is, 25 deep. I'm going to delete off here. Can you see that? So that's what you see looking at it from the top, right? So, and this line you see here is this line. This will be overlapping this. You cannot see this since you're looking at it from the top. So this and this is on the same level that we're having just one line. Same thing here too. We're having here, because this object is symmetrical, right? When you cut it like this, it is what? Symmetrical. What you see at the left hand side, the same as what you see at the right hand side. So I want to reproduce this here. So from our question, the length, which is the width of the plan, is given to be 104. How? Like I told you earlier, the diameter here is 24, diameter here is 24. So the radius will now be 12 and 12. So 12 plus 80 given from the question, which is from this center to this center, is 80. Then plus 12 again will give us what? 104. So I'm going to measure 104 from this point here. So let me just draw this down. So I'll measure 104 from this point. So from here, I'll measure 104. This is 0. This is 100. Right? 104 here. That again. Then I'll just put it this way. Then I'll bring this down. Hope you can see that. Now the next thing is I'll just bring all this center line, I'll bring it down this way, right? That will be a center line, is a continuous one. Let me just bring there. Then here too. Now the next thing is, since from here to here the radius is what, 24, right? And here also is 24. So I'll just measure 24 from here and I'll place it here. Even before doing that, I'll just from here measure this radius of 12 here. Can you see that? I'll mark the center. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Radius of 12. Mark the center here. Then you're going to draw your circle. You do the same thing here too. Place it here. Radius of 12. Put it here. Then mark your circle. Can you see that? Now I need to get another circle here. So I'll just take my meter rule and I will draw this center line here. Then taking this line here. Then I'll get the center of this figure here. How would I do that? Just join the diagonals of this figure here. So you measure half of what? Half of 44. Half of 104. So once I did this, I'll come here also. I'll connect this end to this end. It's easier that way. So that is the center there. So I'll just, meaning that at this point, this is the center line of this figure here. So that's when I will now take the same radius I used to draw the circle. I'll place it here. Right? This is what I was going to draw this way. Can you see that? So I'm going to thicken them out in this manner. Can you see that? And I'm going to now draw a tangent line on both of them this way. From here it's tangential to this. From here it's tangential to this. From here tangential to this. Hope you can see that. Now there's other drill inside too. So do the same thing with the drill. We have a drill here, which is this circle. You see, looking from the top, you see a circle here. So I'll just take the radius of this, which is 6, very small. Then I'll place it at the center here of the circle. Then I'm going to draw this. Make that well. I'll come here too. I'll do the same thing. I'll come here too. I'll do the same thing. And I'm going to thicken them out this way. Hope you can see that. So let me bring in the center line that we have here, which is this. So in this point here, we have the center line. Here also. Here too. Then here too. Here too. And here too. But you can see that. Now the next, now we've done that, the next thing is I'll project this way, downward. This way, downward. And this way, downward. So what I'll just do is simple. The thickness of this from our question from here to here, right, is given to be 40 since the radius of that arc is 20. So it's the same 40, so it's a square. So I can just easily just take from here to here also, because from here to here is also given to be 40. From here to here is 20 altogether. Or you simply just measure your 20 from your meter rule. So when I place it here, I'll mark 20 up, 20 down. I will do that for both sides. So I'll just connect these 2 points from here to this point, from here to this point, and from here down, from here down. Can you see that? That is looking from the top, you see this. We are not done yet. Now, the radius of the one inside is given to be 10, 10 each, right? As I explained to you earlier, that is the radius of this small circle here. So if I place it here, I'll mark up, I'll mark down. Since we cannot see it, it will be a hidden line also. We cannot see it, so I'm using this hidden line to notify it. I will have this way. Hope you can see that, right? So this is what we have as the plan, looking at it from the top. Now the next thing is the end view, and the question says that we should look at it from the 20 diameter circle. So how can I do my end view? I'll just place it this way, project this at an angle 45 degrees, get the center of this, or target this edge here, and you project it down. Can you see that? Then you project this to this end where it meets this. Then that point is what you're going to now take up from here. Hope you can see that. That way you now take from here upward. Now, once we've done that, that means looking from here. If I project this end to this point, it's coming up. This is where they are meeting, right? So let me just complete that up. So let's start. So you're going to see all what you're seeing. Looking from here, you see this circle, which is this. You see this curve, which is this curve, and this line, and this line, which is this line, and this line. You see this thickness, which is this thickness, right? You see all this circular point here, which is circular point here. This line, you see it as a straight line, and here also be a straight line. The drill also, which is a circle, ensuring that there's an hidden circle in here altogether. Now, and this one here at the back, we cannot see it because this figure here is blocking it. That is why I'm using hidden line to signify it here. So that's what we're going to do. So what I'll just do here is I'll project this line this way, right? I'll project this line this way, and also this one too this way. Is that taken? And I'll get the center line here. I just need the center line. The rest is history. This is one center line. This is another center line here. Let me focus on these two ends first. And I'll project it up. Project this one up too. So why the reason I did that is this. From this center line to this end here, I'll get this. I'll do the same thing here too. I'll get this. right? What I'm doing is, then I'm trying to draw this back like I explained. So I'll take in from this point to this point, then this point here. I'll come here to this point here, then this point here, then this is my center line. This is also my center line, right? Now that is the thickness, this thickness you see here, which is the thickness of this circular figure here. Now aside that, then I'll close here up this way. Then here too. Then from here, from this center to this center, now use a fillet here. Can you see that? Now the next one is the drill. So I'll just come here also do the same thing because it's the same figure, the drill. I'll place it here. I'll mark. Come here also. I'll mark. Place it here. Mark. Come here also. Mark. And I'll draw my hidden line there. All together. Long, short, just like that. No. Hope you can see what I am doing here. So that is what was the hidden line. Then I can take in the baseline here. Right, so we're not done. Now the next one is this figure. Let's draw it out. So if I place it here, take this to touch the inclined line. Take this to touch the inclined line. Right? And I'll just get the center line like I told you earlier. Just the center line will do the trick. Project it up. You have that. Right? So what I'll just do is if I project the center one here, we have from here to here, from this center to this point here is given to be 22. That means from here 22, as you can see from the question. So taking from here 22. So I'll just use this one center line here where they meet. I'll have another center line. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Right? So where these two center line meet here, that is where my curve will be. So I only just need one side, which is, let me say this side here. So this side here. So let me project it up. Then the rest will be history. So that's what I need. I'll just place my compass here to this point. Then from here to here is going doing the trick. From here to this point. Now I have this. And I'll bring it down. Right, so let me taking that out. Now there's a circle, a drill, which is the same. So I'll just take the radius of this here. And I'll come here and I'll draw my circle. You can see that? So let me taking it out. I hope you can see that. So this is the center line here. So let me just bring that out this way. Right? So now What else do we have? This one we cannot see it, so it will be an hidden line. So what I'll just do is just the same thing with this, because this you see here is this here you cannot see looking from the front, because the question is looking at the 20 diameter circle. So I'll just take this. This is the center line, right? So just take from here to this ending, which is 12. Place it at this point. You mark 12 here, 12 here. Then you take the other drill here, which is 6. You place it here. You also mark 6 here, and also 6 here. And now just close that up this way. From this point, hidden line. From here also hidden line. Then here also hidden line. Here too hidden line. Then the last from here to here also hidden line. Hope you can see that, because we cannot see it. Looking at it from this side, you cannot see the circle. The circle you see here, this hidden line, is this drill here. Are we good? Now, this is what we have here, but it's not done. The question says, as we can see, it says the plan view, this is the plan view, and the end view obtained by looking at the 20 mm diameter. This is 20 mm diameter hole. Looking from this side, this is what we're having. So this is the plan, this is the end view. Is that again? Now you now said the sectional front elevation, this elevation should be sectioned, so it should not be like this. So when you section it, looking at this AA here, meaning you are cutting this into two, and when you're cutting into two, this is what you are going to be having. So this is what you have here. So I've cut it into two, right? You're cutting plane AA, so we're looking at this direction. So when you look at this direction, it means that this is at the part you are going to see. And look at the modification here. It means I'm going to section the part that my cutting edge touch. The part that, since the same figure, the part my cutting edge touches, I'm going to what? Section it. What? You're not told to do this. I'm only using this to explain to you what it feel like that. Can you see what I've done now? So now if you now look at this now, what will now happen? One thing about cutting plane is they expose hidden features. So all the hidden line here now will disappear. So instead of the hidden line we're having, we'll start having visible thick line this way. So this is what my answer is like. So I only draw it completely to make you have an understanding of what it means to what? To section. So all this part you see, this will remain hidden because we didn't cut it. But this is the one that is exposed. So I'm going to do this. I'll do this. Can you see that? And what else again? So I'm going to now uh, draw my line this way. So to come this way, using 45 degree, you will section it. Right? Using 45 degree, you will section it. So I should be able to use this. So this is the same figure. We have different components. Right? So on the side, my content plate touched it. And we no go through here. it still remain the way it is, right? Then here also, can you see that? This is what we have. This still remain closed. So we're not sectioning it, it's just stopping somewhere around here because all this is not touching it. It ends on the same line as this figure here. Is that taken? So this is what we have here. This is what we are told to do when you section it. You'll be having that you want to see. Is that taken? So if you have if you want to watch the isometric projection of this given figure, you can check the description box below, or you can check the comment section. I've pinned it at the top of the comment, or you can just click on this link at the top right corner here to access it. So again, so if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share the video. Thanks for watching.